Welcome everybody to the Unagi Sayaka Watch. If you guys are having a hard time keeping up what Unagi Sayaka's been up to since she went freelancing, leaving Stardom, lucky for you, I volunteered myself to keep an update what's been going on with what matches she's been participating, what opponents, and the whole enchilada. So, I am your host, J-Rod here. So let's begin now. Let's talk about her much recent matches she have. They're from Marvelous, ZERO1, and GLEAT. So basically, there'll be double events from the same promotion. So I'll let you guys know which one. The first one we're going to be talking about is Marvelous, that took place on the 15th of March in Shinkiba. She teams up with AI Housen, who she is familiarized with in the past. She has faced her before in singles competition when she first arrived in Marvelous last year. If you guys remember, she made that big bust. But I don't know. I feel like many people are saying before then that maybe maybe Unagi has some sort of interest in her. But they have to right now coexist to take on Ayame Sazamura, who you may know her from 2WA, and of course Izuki Aoki, which ironically she becomes her tag partner in GLEAT. But this match ended with, of course, Sazamura and Aoki picking up the win. Now, a few days later, she goes to 0-1. She teams up with Madeline. They take on Kyoko Inoue and Takoka Inoue. Now, this is the first time that Unagi and Madeline has ever teamed up. I don't know exactly what Unagi thinks of Madeline. She never talked about her, but I'm sure the match was pretty good. There was a moment, of course, Unagi saw what she does. If you guys ever seen Madeline, she does this thing where she's like this acrobatic trapeze, like this, one of those things with the circus when you're topping in the rope. She does that. I'm not sure if she's impressed by that, but they did pretty well. Not to mention Madeline painted her cheeks, but not as perfect as Unagi. It looks more like a child did it for her, but it was pretty good. But however, they did not pick up the win. It was, of course, both Inoue's who picked up the win. Now, the following day, also from 0-1, Unagi teams up with Deborah Cave, who represents Diana. They take on Ayako Sato and, of course, Takoka Inoue. Not much information about that match. All I know is that Sato Inoue actually picked up the win. Now, this next match, I made a review on this one. It's her match in GLEAT for G Pro Wrestling version 47 that took place on the 21st of March. She teams up with Izuki Aoki to take on Michiko Miyagi and Yukari Hosokawa. This match had a little bit of the elements where, okay, can Aoki and Unagi, coexist, even though they're distinct from each other. But luckily it was, of course, Unagi who picked up the win with the flatliner. But however, this thing between her and Michiko Miyagi are far from over. Now, we have seen in the past where Unagi is normally looking at top level champion of any Yoshi promotion. Like if you guys remember, Unagi wants Takumi Iroha. She already challenged Chihiro Hashimoto, which she lost. So basically, she wants the top champion. But she wants Michiko, who is like the top Yoshi girl in the promotion. That sets it all. So we'll get to that in a bit. Now, our last match that she was in recently, this one is a very special one. This just recently took place on the 25th or 26th, I don't remember. She faces off AI Hosen for a second time. This one ended with, of course, Unagi winning the match. However, something happened in the promo. I couldn't tell what was going on because I think AI Hosen has almost a similar concept as Waka. Waka, who, as y'all know, she's spent almost 2 years and 7 months without picking up a win. AI Hosen seems disappointed that she cannot pick up a win. It's like she wants to take her under her wing. I don't know if AI Hosen reminds her of Waka herself. I'll get to that in a bit about her. About Waka, as you guys know, because she kind of tweeted this. But however, something else has happened. Nagazo the founder of Marvelous, it seems she has an interest in Unagi. If you guys know this, Unagi has often talked about how she felt that things were not going for her way in Stardom that prompted her to make that decision. She even said that she was unhappy in the last few months of her life being in Stardom. You know, with her losing, especially what we saw at the 5-star Grand Prix last year. But Nagazo really wants to prove them wrong. So she asked her that she's willing to retrain her, and people are dubbing this as Unagi being her last disciple. So she accepted her offer, and this is going to be interesting to see her train. I don't know how the other girls would feel because I'm sure that they don't like outsiders, especially Unagi. I know that Maria often talk about how she will not allow someone like her to invade her home, but if Shigazo is saying that she wants to train her, then you cannot argue with the boss. That's how it works. But later on, we did see Unagi being seconds to Rina Mikura and Hikari Shimizu, where they were in a tag match. But she got whacked by Shikayo with a umbrella, and Takumi broke the umbrella by accident, and Unagi tried to fix it, but it didn't work. But that was a great moment. I hopefully I get to see the whole event. So that's pretty much what we have for those matches that she participated. There is an upcoming match, which of course I mentioned. She's going to finally have her match against Michiko Miyagi, and that will take place on the 12th of April. Don't know where it's going to be or what event's going to be called, but keep that on your calendar. Let's see. Oh yeah, now her schedule, she already posted out. Some of them is in Japan, but I can make some of it out a little bit. Well, the ones that I can. Let's see. Well, April 9th, she does go back to Marvelous. The 12th is her GLEAT match, which, of course, with Michiko Miyagi. Then she goes to ZERO1 on the 16th of April. She'll be in a 3-day show with Marvelous on April 22nd, the 23rd, and the 26th. She'll be doing something on the 29th. The 13th of May, we all know where she's going to be for all you Unagi Sayaka fans in the U.S. She'll be heading to San Francisco for Queen of the Indies. Shigazo will be there with her. And she does have something on the 28th. Practically, that's pretty much it on her schedule. We'll see how that goes down. What else I have here for you guys? There was a recent tweet that took place with what's her name, when Yukari Hosokawa. If you guys remember, she was the one who lost to Unagi at least a few times. Basically, she kind of questions herself about her relationship with Miyagi. This is what she said. She says, "I never thought of Miyagi as a friend. It's because it's like me above the clouds. Feeling hasn't changed since I was a kid. Glee Cure is special tag called Glee Cure. I finally caught Miyagi, but I don't know myself. Unagi Sayaka, what is it?" So she's reaching out because I don't know if Miyagi consider her equal, but Unagi kind of responded this to her. If you become a professional ret, you may be above the clouds, but as long as you stand in the same ring, you must become presence that you will definitely surpass. Are you satisfied with the team? Are you satisfied beyond that? I think it's good you're straight. Aren't you there are things you need to shake off in order to be more GLEAT? So I have to say Unagi is playing like the role of the senior wrestlers. I know she had a hard time having that because after what happened with Masa Sakurai, who betrayed her and the rest of the Cosmic Angels, I feel like she's playing like the role of the senpai, to those who are younger. Now you got to remember, Hosokawa, she is still like on a learning curve of wrestling. I wouldn't be surprised if Hosokawa decides to align herself with Unagi. So we'll see how that goes out. Now, as you know, recently we did see Waka pick up her first win. I know some of you probably question, where the hell was Unagi? This would be a perfect opportunity to be there for her. I mean, I'd agree. It was strange because we know that she was going to be in Yokohama the following day, but she wasn't there for some odd reason. But she did tweeted this about Waka, and she said, "Congratulations, Tsukiyama. Una, who can't be by your side, I filled with feelings that I couldn't put into words. The Gion period that I started for myself, I decided not to look back. For the first time in my life, I felt frustrated that I couldn't spend that moment with you without breaking more that anyone else. I regret it more than else. Um, I was happy that Tsukiyami won. Now, if you guys remember the last time, she was in the Stardom event, it seems like the things between her and Mina didn't go south for her. But I don't know how Waka felt about it. This is what she said about Unagi. While the eel, which is Unagi, was having a good time, I'm Gaio. I'm I was doing it. A lot of eels on my smartphones. There's even a picture of the top of the eel's head. I also tell my juniors about train elapsias or whatever she calls it that I taught. My current feelings are strange. So I don't know what that means, but I'm sure that Waka may have some feelings over this. She's recently it's been already told that Waka has some juniors that she's been training. So basically, is I don't know if Waka is gonna be in that same position as Mina, where she questioned her why she wasn't there for her. I'm sure Unagi would have loved to been there for her, but I'm not sure how Mina would feel seeing her presence, which will be the last thing she wants because, as you know, Mina cut ties with her altogether. I know that Tam hasn't cut all ties with her either. Neither did Natsupoi at all. But it's Mina who doesn't want to see her. So we'll see what happens then. I will keep more prizes on Unagi's progress as a freelancer, what she's been doing. For all of you, I'm sure that everybody want to keep up what's been going on with her. So until next time, I'll see you guys on the next episode. So I must bid all of you adieu. So goodbye. Mwah. And have a nice day. Bang.